Hello, I'm Priscilla and this is Spring Hill, Florida, an Expressionist Fluid Art Studio. That's a 14 by 14 inch canvas. This is some Artist Loft White that I just want to moisten the outside edge of my canvas before I put colors in the center. And I'm going to blow them out, and I don't usually blow anything out, so it should be interesting at the very least. People seem to like it when I try this, and I didn't mind the last result I got. But it wasn't exactly what the best work I could possibly do would be like in my mind, so I'd like to give it another shot. And this time, instead of using the cute little dryer that I used in that particular one, I'm going to use the dryer that I know has a cool setting, so I won't be cooking the paint or setting it up and making glop. So I've got most of my paint moved toward the inside of the canvas. I don't mind having a thin layer. It is mixed with 3/4 Floetrol, 1/4 GAC 800, and they're 50% paint, 50% mixture. And yes, I did just smooth it all over. And I'm going to throw that spatula into the bucket. That's an OXO omelet turning flip and fold spatula. And then I'm going to use some Amsterdam white, which I did the exact same combination of ingredients, Floetrol and GAC 800. And I'm going to let that, geez, that's great, only one bubble. But I think I'm just going to stick with the Indian spice. I don't know what I'm going to get out of the Indian spice. It's a primary element, I believe. And I want some Midnight Shadow, which is a Prizm pour. No particular plan in mind. I've got Bopping for Apples, which is a new Prizm pour. And a purple I love. I don't want to make things too even, but I tend to do that anyway. This was about the Prussian Violet, which I think is a primary element, but you might want to check if you look for it. I'm going to have to stop spreading it so wide because I want my cell activator to work. Let's bring it back towards the center. Not that it'll be there. This is Bali Hi. I believe this is another Prizm pour. Come on out. I absolutely love this color. I wish I had more. Which reminds me, the Silverleaf is similar but not the same, and a wonderful, wonderful turquoise color that I absolutely love, and that is another Prizm pour. Let's go for some of the Jasmine, primary element. Red Violet, if I can get it out. Red Violet, Vivid Intense. Just going to pull the top right off of that. Whoop, and I had a cloud inside. Come on out. I'm glad those turquoises are in there because otherwise it would be a lot of purple. Which reminds me, I'm going to throw a little bit of Frosted Berry in there. And I have Dark Waters, which I don't use very often, but I don't know why. Maybe I'm saving it because I love it. It's just gorgeous. And as obnoxious as it sounds, I'm going to use some Orange Crush. And it does sound obnoxious to me. And some Tuscan Sun. And maybe, just maybe, stop. Recenter that again. Some Saffron. And I have one more color made up with purely pigments. It's a Dancing Fuchsia. I'm hoping it's open, and if it's not, oh, and it looks like it's not, that's okay. I'll just pour it over the top. Don't know why my turntable is trying to turn. Maybe it's the weight of the paint. It's not centralized. That's weird. Maybe that'll help. Knock that bubble out. Okay, so I'm going to turn off the blow dryer after I use some white cell activator and some black cell activator. Dancing Fuchsia. When things go sideways, you have to go sideways with them. This is Pink Carnation. I didn't use this before. I wish my turntable would just stop turning. I'm going to use my spatula because I can and add some black. Cell activator. So then I'm going to use up, what have I got, a spot. Well, that didn't work at all. I think too much Amsterdam. And grab one of my little acetate tools. Some jasmine. Some orange crush. Doesn't look like enough. But I'm interested in trying it anyway. There's way too much of that white. My original inclination was to spread it out, and I didn't do it. Let's go for a blue. Yeah, we'll go back to the Prussian violet. This time we'll wipe that off. Hopefully I can find a clean spot on my rag. I can't stop that turntable from turning no matter what I do. Suddenly, it's got to be the weight of the paint. It just has to be. Let's see if there's enough paint there to move. I've got some sort of funky color in here that I want to move out. I'm inclined to take a skewer. Make some marks, see if I can save it. In other words, I'm kind of inclined to do some green because I can, sort of thing. It might help. That's Fandango. This is Wintergreen. This could really strangely turn out to be something rather than nothing. I'm going back to the spatula. A little bit of black and white. I'm tempted to use the gold, but it didn't work yesterday, so I'm kind of scared about that. So the green, if it shows up, will be helpful, I think. If you know there's colors in something and they don't show up, then go for it. Blow into them. That's Tuscan Sun again. And I'm just going to go straight for the Jasmine. I'm going to try the gold. Otherwise, this is probably an interesting... Oh. I don't understand why my turntable is turning so much. The haunted blowout. Well, I got some cells and they're pretty. And I want more straw. Blow into that center area. I don't mind the green, but I kind of think I need more, especially right here. This time I'm going to use, what did I use? I used dark water. And I'm just going to keep on using the gold and see if it works, because I'd like to be able to use it because it's not an insignificant amount in that bottle. I wasn't sure that it'd be green up there, but it will be by the time I'm done with it. Confused as to what color to use with it. I'm thinking this didn't really turn out, so let's do less gold and more dark water. And I still need to wipe that off. Spin turntable is running away from me. I see this gold and I want to blow into it. Now, I'm hoping that I'm going to get something I like out of this, to tell you the truth. But it's hard telling, not knowing. I'm going to go for a little bit of white. I've got a turquoise cell activator, but it's so old I would bet money that it won't work. So I'm going to spare myself. And I don't know if that's going to work, but they do give the impression of being leaves. So that's okay with me. And I'm not hating everything I've got. Although that needs to go away. That's canvas. It's always surprising to me how interesting accidental art can become, in spite of ourselves occasionally. Going into the center, trying to release some cells. Now I'm releasing them, but they're kind of tiny. What else do I want to do? I want to put paint where I think the color would help out the composition. And some saffron isn't going to hurt anything. I think I'm going to use some white cell activator. I really wish I hadn't used quite so much. That's insane that that's doing that endlessly. Now if I ever forget to put the acetate tool recipe underneath the video, let me know. That was good. Alright, so it's a weird composition for sure, but I kind of like how it's worked out. It's pretty in spite of me and my efforts to fail. I'm just trying to touch up briefly and wonder if I need a little more green. Put a little black cell activator on some Fandango. Give myself a little green spot right there. And I like that. And I'm going to put a little bit, I'm going to pop that bubble. Actually, it looks more like a thing. Put a little more saffron right there. And maybe put a little more in a couple other places. Because I don't think it is going to hurt anything at this point. What I want is some of the dancing fuchsia. At this point I'm just using what I want to consider a failed start as a basis for a composition that I hope is successful. I'm going to use a little more Prussian blue. Prussian violet? Yeah, Prussian violet. And I'm just going to blow those around, I think. Evidently not too hard, because if you blow them too hard, then they bring up the white underneath. And I'm thinking a little more Tuscan sun. A couple places, but mostly right here. Where else? Right there. Try not to put the bottle into the painting woman. Still a little paint. Fix my mess up. I like how that yellow looks. I could probably do that a few more places actually. What have I got to move that with? Maybe I should just leave it. I like it better without the purple hash mark in the middle. I kind of figure if I drag it into the paint, it'll look more organic. I think I need a fifth. Oh well, there's a fifth one. Maybe one more. Maybe two more. Maybe three more. Maybe I'll put more in until I feel like stopping. Well, hopefully this bit that was in my straw isn't going to be an issue. I don't mind using the white paint I'm bridging up from beneath. It becomes a highlight. Hopefully I won't go too far. This is the only thing bugging me still. Got some sort of brownish stuff in there. But otherwise, I just feel like blowing this out. And I want to say call it good. Even though there may not be any cells in that, I still don't mind it. It's a bizarre piece. All right. Yes, I had paint on my acetate tool, and no, I didn't want to waste it. And I'm looking at this wondering if there's something else I want to do, even though I'm supposed to be done now. I'm going to torch to release the bubbles caught in the paint. I see something I need to fix. Two things, in fact. This jumps the eye back and forth, so I want to cautiously, yes, now it makes me happy. Just blow it around until it makes an interesting shape. I was just wondering what Chantilly lace would do to anything. I've got this dark mark here. That's wild. Okay, composition done. Let's give you a shimmer. You know what? I can't trust me. I like that mark, but I don't think it's complete. But I'm out of time for today, so it doesn't matter anymore. And I was not in frame anyway. Son of a gun. Okay. Well, I love you guys anyway. Bad video. Very bad. But it's looking pretty cool from up here. I'm really wishing this were cooperating today, and it's not. I've got a members only library, and this might be it. You never know. My paint pouring recipes below show more. My Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter links are on the link tree. The link tree is in the description underneath the video. There's a 20% off Colourarte coupon code, a 10% off Pixel Paint Designs coupon code. My community board will show you tomorrow's video. Questions are welcome and encouraged. My Amazon link has my 2 books on it. Volumes 1 and 2 are Because I Can and Unlimited Possibilities. Thank you to all my members for keeping my channel alive. Thank you, thank you. And what else? Thank you for Patreon, and thank you for PayPal donations. I appreciate everything you guys send me. You keep me buying art supplies, and I give lessons at the house in Spring Hill, Florida, and once in a while I do very well selling a painting, and it helps me out immensely. So if you're interested in purchasing an artwork, please just talk to me. My email address is easpb and the word gallery spelled out at gmail.com. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now. This is looking fabulous from up here. I can't even believe it. All right. I love you guys. I'll see you anon. Bye for now. Priscilla out.